Well guys, as you can see, this bed is a bit of a mess. This is where all the beans grew, all the peas grew. They had a path up the middle, but a lot of cut grass has got back into it. So we're going to get as much cut grass and maize tail and everything else out of this ground as much as possible. There's a lot of bark chip and stuff in here, so we need to enrich this, but we're going to raise the bed anyway. So we want to prepare it the best we can first. We might even do a lasagna style bed on this one, and we'll take you through that if we do decide to do that. Anyway, I'm going to leave you on and you can have a little browse. This stuff, guys, is the bane of my life. This cut grass is an absolute nightmare. If you don't get it all out, it's just going to keep coming back time and time again, and that's what's coming through all our paths. So we may even spray this year, well, next year, but for now we're going to dig out as much as we can, try and knock it back a bit. Well, but here guys, and up along the path we got a really compacted base of clay, so I'm breaking it up. I'm going down about 2 forks deep and breaking it up, bringing it up to the surface and mixing it in with all the composts and soils and stuff, just to try and break it down, let the coal get into it and finish breaking it down. It'll help the bed no end when it's finished, because we need to break that clay pan up. But look at all this. This is the cut grass that you need to get out, and each bit of this stuff is really important, because it snaps, and that tiny little bit will start you off all over again. So you think every time you snap a piece off this stuff, so there's 2, there's 3, you know, that one length there could become 3, 4, 5, 10 plants. So it's really important you get it up, or get as much of it out as you can. So we're going to keep digging this. Like I said, I'm having to dig into the clay pan as well, because a lot of this hasn't been dug before. The paths got put down and trenches dug out and compost put in the trench, but most of it has not been dug, and we need to get the compost integrated into the soil. We're also going to put some other stuff on here, but we'll go through that at a later stage. Excuse me panting. Do you know what? This little bed here, because it was so compacted and there's so much weed in it, it's taken me nearly 4 hours to dig. But it's now all been double dug nicely, and the clay's up into the soil and what have you. We'll get some of them pelly mix bags in here as well, and some compost. Next thing now is to build the actual bed itself around it, and what I'm going to do is put some plastic on it, stop the weeds penetrating back into the bed, but I'll show you that in a moment. Right, we've dug it all over and it's all mixed up, and we're now going to build a bed around it. We've cut a couple of these planks, and what that's going to do is obviously be our sides. We also get the front and back, and then we'll build this up, but it's been dug down quite nice now. We've had plenty of cut grass out of it. There's a bag full over there, it's all along a path, and there's a bucket full here. So it's had a really good digging. It's nice and deep, and the time we raise it as well with compost and some of the pelly mix bags, then you know, then it'll be all right. Like, but it's looking quite good. So we're going to slam some stakes in the corners of this bed, and then we're going to screw these planks to it, and I'll leave you running for that. Good morning, guys. Well, the battery on the camera ran out the last time. That was on the 15th. It's now the 17th, so I was working yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to get up here. But the battery on the camera ran out, and the light beat us. We were up here until it got dark, and we still didn't get around to finishing this bed. So that's the first port of call this morning. I've cut the two end pieces. I've just got to dig a trench now so that we can screw them into the rest, and then we'll lightly fork over this bed, and that's it until we get the pelly mix bags. They should be here today, possibly tomorrow, and then we'll add a load of organic matter into this bed, and it'll be ready to grow in. So that's it. We're just going to dig a trench, and we'll be away. Okay, as you can see, we've put some plastic down in there, and what this is going to do is just help prevent the cut grass getting from the paths into the bed. There you go. Just the other side to do now. Pick out them few weeds where we've dug them out from the side and fill the path in, and this bed is more or less done. We just got to top it up. Well, there you go, guys. It's all been redug again now after putting the boards in, because I trampled it down, and you know what clay is like, because it's quite clayey. But it's all dug. All I got to do now is trim off the plastic bags, and we have a nice new bed with no cut grass in, or 99% of it gone anyway. And by putting the plastic down the back of it, it'll just help prevent that cut grass coming back into the bed from outside. We're just going to add organic matter to this now, and call this one done. On to the next project, guys. I'll see you in a bit.